Grandstand Bettors here with your daily free sports pick for Tuesday, June 29th. We have a nice MLB pick for you today, and we're going to talk about our best bet leaderboard challenge. Things are heating up with 2 days left in June. But first, let's recap yesterday's NBA Western Conference Finals pick. It was the Clippers and the Suns, and man, did we airball that pick. Pun is intended there. We had the Suns -5.5. You know what? As the game got closer to tip and the spread kept getting, I think, all the way up to 7, we knew we were in trouble. The contrarian side was the side to be on. The Clippers came out with a vengeance. They did not want to go down in 5 games. They ended up winning outright 116-102. The over actually hit on that as well. The over started at, I think, 214.5 and went all the way down to 211. So if you were contrarian near tip-off yesterday, you did very well. Listen, one of our thoughts of why Phoenix was going to close it out yesterday was that the Clippers were going to be tired. Paul George, as we mentioned, was averaging 40-plus minutes in the playoffs per game. He decided to go off yesterday, 41 points. He had 20 points in the third quarter alone, and he was 15 of 20 shooting. That does not have a stat line like a tired person. Also, to compliment him, Reggie Jackson, 23 points also. So those two combined for almost or more than half the points that the Clippers had. Listen, the Suns, it looked like in the third quarter they might make a run at it. They actually took the lead 62-61. They just every time had some momentum. The Clippers took that away and unfortunately ended up being a loser. The Suns' big three, Booker had 31 points, Ayton 10 points, 11 rebounds, and Chris Paul had 22 points and 8 assists. They played pretty decent. They just didn't have enough steam to get over the hump and take the series home. However, now what happens? We'll have to see moving forward. It goes back to LA for Game 6. Do the Clippers have one more performance? Does Paul George have one more massive performance in him to push it to a Game 7? We'll see. That comes up in a couple days here, or tomorrow, actually. The turnovers were the big story, 14-9. You're just not going to win if you don't win the turnover battle. So an air ball from us, again, pun intended there. But hey, let's not look at the past. Let's look at the future. Before we get into our MLB pick for today, just a little bit of housekeeping, talking about our best bet leaderboard in June. Greenwood went for the win yesterday. Thanks, man. That is ballsy to go for the win, and you ended up with a push. To be honest, you went Red Sox Royals under 11. It was 5-5, I think, in the 5th inning. It got a little lucky that it only ended up 6-5, but you do keep the lead. T-Joe ends up winning again. T-Joe can still win if he wins out. So he's only about a unit and a half behind with 2 days left, 2 wins. So we'll see what Greenwood decides to do today, if he decides to go for the win again, or if he wants to sit back and wait and see what T-Joe does with 2 days left. So if you haven't joined our Best Bet Leaderboard Challenge, you need to do so. We're giving much more money away in July, and it's very easy to get in on. All you have to do is hit the subscribe button, smash the like button, and just put your best bet in the comments below each and every day. But without further ado, let's get into today's pick, Tuesday, June 29th. Let's get into our MLB pick. We're going to look at the Miami Marlins against the Philadelphia Phillies. Listen, both these teams have seen each other, I believe, 6 times already this season. Most of it was in May. And the Marlins have won 4 of the 6 games. Rogers is taking the bump for the Marlins. Pretty good pitcher, looking good this season. 7-4, 2.08 ERA with a 1.04 WHIP. He did get a win against the Phillies back in May as well. He's going to take Velasquez on, who's 2-2, 4.74 ERA and a 1.40 WHIP. Listen, both these pitchers did get a win against the other team in May. They do have similar splits away and home. Now, Velasquez at home, he is not good. He's plus over 5 ERA, I believe, and he has his WHIP is like 1.6 plus as well. Rogers, on the other hand, away is a worse pitcher away for sure than he is at home. In fact, batters are hitting about 45 points higher away than they are at home, and this is going to be played in Philadelphia. So there's going to be a lot of base runners. I don't think Rogers and Velasquez is going to overpower. I don't see any pitcher getting, 7, 8 strikeouts. It's going to be less than that. And Velasquez doesn't actually go that long. He lets his bullpen take over, and that's not a great bullpen. 21st in the league with a 4.44 ERA. So don't let that bullpen fool you. They can give up some runs. We got this line. It opened at 8. We grabbed it right away. It's going to jump to 8.5, 9 probably by game time. So you want to pick this early. The only other thing we're going to say about this game with the line of 8 is both of these hitting offenses hit the pitchers pretty well. Both of them hit Velasquez and Rogers over 300. So there's going to be base runners. I don't think either of these pitchers make it through the 6th inning. We like the over. We took it at 8. You got to jump on it early. It's going to go 8.5 to 9. If it's at 9, I might say that's a stay away. But Marlins, Phillies over 8 for Tuesday, July 29th. As always, sit back, relax, enjoy some MLB, and we'll see you tomorrow.